What's up, y'all? It's Zoe, and I'm rocking my water and wellness hoodie today. Woo! Okay, I had an epiphany this morning, and I'm going to share it with you. And I haven't developed the thought completely. I literally had it like 5 minutes ago. So, and it's this morning. My epiphany is this. Okay, so if you're familiar with sacred geometry, you know that this is the seed of life, slightly modified by myself. Okay. This is the seed of life. Now, a seed of life consists of 7 circles. Okay? In yoga, we're taught that we have 7 chakras, all right? And those things govern the different areas of our life, which is interesting because I teach something called the 7 dimensions, which are all different dimensions of health: mental, emotional, spiritual, relational, abundance, environment, and physical. Okay? Now, I teach that I need to balance these things. Not be a rock star in every single one, but just be, fairly competent in every one of those things in a balanced sort of manner. Now, in yoga, they teach that you want to clear your chakras, okay? Now, what if we're the seed? This is called the seed of life. What if we're the seed? Think about this. Think about a seed in the ground, right? The argument can be made that like people are based on environment, or nature or nurture, which is environment versus genetics. Okay, hold that thought. Now, if you put a seed in the ground, that environment it's in, whether it's fertile or not, whether it has enough, the soil has enough nutrients, whether it has enough water, whether or not whether or not the conditions of the environment that it is in general, like the temperature and things like that, humidity, general health of the soil, that's the environment it's in, okay? Now, whatever it inherited from the tree it fell from, that's the genetics, and that's the nature. So the environment, the soil it's in, is the nurture, and the genetics that it inherited from its parent tree is the nature, just like us. So what if we're a seed, and our environment, not only what we've inherited from our parents, but you could even interpret as karma. Science will call it genetics. Metaphysics will call it karma. So what if the nature, so genetics and karma, plus the nurture, the environment we're in, whether it's fertile or not to our growth, what if whatever it is that we accomplish and can balance and grow in this lifetime, just like a seed in the ground, determines how we blossom? And who's to say maybe like when we blossom it's in this life, or it might be in the next life. But let's just argue for a second, maybe it's the next life. Maybe everything we're cultivating in this lifetime as a seed, based on what we've received and what our environment is, determines what happens in our next life and what kind of tree or whatever it is we grow into. It basically, in sacred geometry, it goes seed of life, what is it? Seed of life, flower of life, fruit of life, tree of life. And then, see, it's a circle. Back to the seed. So what if cultivating ourselves, what if like life isn't about accomplishing things? It's just like cultivating enough personal power to become something even more magnificent, either later in this lifetime or in the next. What if? I'm not saying it is. I'm just begging the question, what if all of that made sense somewhere in another dimension, or this one? I'm going to the gym.